What's going on YouTube? Earth Power here with CVH.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. And we have another deck profile for you today. So, welcome to Rub, Classic Rub. For those of you who have been around the channel for a long time, this should be another one you guys recognize. Just the 40 card version of it. We've played massive versions of this deck in the past. Some variants seen 54 plus cards. This is the 40 card version, kind of cleaned up and just trying to make it as straightforward as possible. Focus on Bolmeteus, get him out, do all of the standard control stuff, and just be not annoying, but it's kind of the best version I think of deck out, but with actual win condition that's not decking out.
Yeah, so a little different since it doesn't want to wait like 30 turns to win. But I mean, you say classic for us. This is just a classic deck in general. Like this dates back to the very first Duel Masters Continental Championship. It actually won the 15 and up division. Shout out to Tom Caper popularizing Thrash Crawler. I mean that
Yep.
deck and this deck share a lot of cards, even though like they weren't even done releasing cards in English by that point, obviously in the metagame. And
Yep.
still, it's just a deck that I feel like if you've played any amount of Duel Masters, you've seen it around. Maybe not with some of the funkier card choices that we're doing, like the Clone Nightmares, which I'm gonna say were, my fault slash idea. Maybe they're not amazing, but it was a thought because we're down to one Cranium Clamp in this meta. But
Yeah.
the Miraculous Meltdown became more or less standard to fight aggro. The Dragon package with the Velyrika and the Bazagazeal, and you're even teching the Galklife Dragon. And beyond that, it's just about packing the deck full of value generators and removal.
Yeah. This version is probably not as Uh, I, I mean, it's not as big of an aggro beater, I think, as it could be. Unfortunately, we're down to 5 2 drops in this: the 2 Crimson Hammer, 3 Bloody Squito. I think versions in the past have seen 4 Squito, and then usually this deck will play Emerald, and then maybe some different like trigger packages with some of the fire spells. But our triggers this time around were just the memories, the locos, and the terrapins. That's what we were banking on here. I mean, 2 memories is good. I kind of bucked against it when Christian suggested it originally, but it is something that we ended up landing on and honestly liking and enjoying. I think the deck needs it, and I think
Hmm.
future versions of this deck might not try to be techie with Clone Nightmare and might play a couple of Lost Souls because I think that's a card this deck
Yeah.
especially wants against the control matchup.
Yeah, Clone Nightmare takes up a lot of deck spots. The memories are great because you can't really afford to play multiple copies of things like Blizzard of Spears and Meltdown, especially in a 40 card format. So yeah, it's a good deck if you're trying to tech it for your own metagame. It's very techable. You can play cards like the Lost Soul, the Spiral Gate, different removal suites, even different
Yeah,
finishers if you
Pyro
want.
Gate.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Sorry.
A card that I think probably should have been in here. But
Yeah. But hey, you
yeah,
can add it in your version at
and
home.
right. Yeah, and to jump off that, like you said, it's a very flexible deck. There's a lot of flex spots in here just based on what you're trying to play against. And even maybe not play against. Like you said, 4 Clone Nightmare could just be 4 other cards, including a Lost Soul and 3 other things. So, it can do it. This deck can do a lot and can be played just in almost any meta and still function similarly, which is why it ranks so high for us. So
Yeah. And you'll be able to see it against Hydras coming up in the round of
yeah.
16 in our season 1 bracket.
So stay on the lookout for that, guys. Leave a like, comment down below. We'll have a few more profiles like this as we go. Uh, with this kind of format, we kind of had to re-record some of these versus our live versions because we changed some of the card numbers prior to actually putting them in the bracket tournament. So we had to come back and record them.
Oh, this is the one
Hence
going
the
up
view that
first.
you're watching out now. Yeah, this is actually the first one. I mentioned this in a later profile, so stay on the lookout for that.
We're doing them in
Um,
reverse order just to confuse ourselves.
Love it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Check it out. Stay on the lookout for the match against Hydrus coming up, and we will catch you guys next time. Beach.
Beach.